You were making a point about the differences between platform engineer, the data engineer and stuff, right? And you were saying if the company is very specific, then you can look for it, but otherwise general backend engineers can adapt to any of these roles, right? So in this case, I think, don't you think there's a gap somewhere in the job description? Because when you pick up a job description, the job descriptions mainly talk about skills, right? Don't talk about KRA. Then aren't they misguiding the recruiters in a manner, right? Because they are telling recruiters, okay, experience with Spark Scala 3 years, this with 2 years, right? And the recruiter is like, okay, let me put this and ask the candidate, okay, have you worked? There's not much clear definition of the KRA. When there's not much definition, because the roles, as you mentioned, from what I heard from you, data need good amount of understanding of the KRA, what exactly this guy will do. Once I know this, I'll be able to validate that. It's not just about the skill, someone knows Scala or Hadoop or something, right? So don't you think there's a gap there, because I'm not seeing using job descriptions, right? Maybe there can be 5% or 2% people who write it, but otherwise the job descriptions, don't you think there's a gap there that is somewhere misguiding the recruiters?
Right. So actually, you're right. There is a gap, and that is where I think it's important to talk to the hiring managers to understand it really well. Look, I mean, to be honest, companies also fall in various categories. Like most early stage companies or mid stage growing companies are actually very particular about the skill stack or tech stack because they don't want to invest in you taking time to learn. So they want people who come and join the company and they start running from day one. So they want people who are ready made. They are already doing what they are supposed to come and do here. So there I can understand why there is let's say uh, love for finding somebody who's doing exactly what I want them to do. And therefore, when I am hiring a data engineer, please get me a data engineer. I'll pay more for that data engineer. That's fine. Most bigger companies, however, are like, at least in my experience of working with uh, now more than 750 of them, uh, are very open when it comes to the definition of a backend engineer or a data engineer, as long as people are great with problem solving skills. Because to them, they don't really require the person to come and start writing or being effective right from day one. They're okay with them taking time to learn and upskill themselves, as long as they see potential in this person being a great developer. That being said, even then, the if you look through the JDs of these companies as well, it states the same kind of skills as, let's say, an early stage company would state. So it is very important, therefore, to understand from the hiring manager what they are looking at. And one of the best ways to do that is ask them what their interview process is going to look like, which is what are they exactly going to test in the interview process. For example, in Amazon, does not test whether you know about Apache Spark or not. Uh, they would just ask you DS algo questions. They would ask you design questions, which are the same for all kind of generic backend developers.